Hey guys, Josiah Prince here at the ranch in Nashville, Tennessee. Today we're going to be getting into a song by a band called Buried Above. The song is called Nations Fall. This song was produced by Andrew Stanton at Dive Bomb Studios and features a guest vocal by Josh Bramlett of The Protest. It's an awesome tune, and we're going to dive right into the Pro Tools session and start sussing through it. So it's a big rock song, you know, and as soon as I got this track in for mix, I loved the energy of it, and I think we had worked together on writing this song, me and Colton from Buried Above and Andrew, and knew it was going to be a cool song. So it starts off with a lot of production elements. So the little intro here. So right there, right away, you got two different elements that are kind of happening and leading the charge. One is what the main thing you hear, which is a filtered version of the guitars. And that filter slowly opens. So it goes from kind of, you know, dark and, kind of mid frequency focused, and it slides up the frequency spectrum there and gets brighter. And meanwhile, there's a percussion loop. Great little loop there, kind of building some tension. So those are going together. And then there's this reverse here. So that reverse winds up and then stops for a second and then crashes back in on the downbeat when the band enters. So that's what's happening right there in the intro. And so then drums, bass, guitar all kick in at the same time. We got drums that were programmed in Get Good drums, I think Modern and Massive. So that's what the drums sound like, and I've got some trigger samples supplementing what was originally sent as well. So you got, you know, the kick sounds like this. And then there's a bunch of snares. There's this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. So 4 different samples kind of being treated differently altogether. Actually 5, sorry, I missed one. Yeah, kind of slappy, roomy thing. So 5 together all sound like this. And then with the kick, yeah, just sounding huge and slamming. Very well programmed by Andrew. So that's what's going on in drum world. And then down in guitar world, the riff is really just a left right of the main riff here. Sounds like this. So yeah, it's got a lot of bite and aggression. Got a lot of different treatment going on here. Take all these off. So one at a time. I've got this channel strip. Just doing some compression, a little bit of EQ sculpting. And then I've got a hard brick wall at 70 hertz, cutting out the super low lows. And then I've got this console channel analog saturator. Love the bite that gives. Listen to this. Woo! Just makes it pop. And then Gulfos, which is kind of giving some more life to those mids again. And then another little boost on the highs and lows. And then finally, a little more EQing. Because I think I came back after a few mixes and kind of felt like I needed to hear just a little more clarity. So I took out some mids here, put some low mids back in, and then a little bit of 5K right there. So that's that guitar chain, that tone. I mean, already a great tone, and so just kind of a matter of getting it to sit right and feel huge and full range, while still keeping the intensity and the energy. So then over in bass world, we've got what we got here is a bass amp signal and a DI. So the amp I basically treat as just the high end, and then the DI is where I get all the subby information. So that's what's happening when the band kicks in. It's just those things: guitar, bass, and drums. Just big, aggressive band arrangement. And then I've got this swarmy guitar coming in here. Which is a great technique for just adding intensity and some depth and some color. A little drop out here. So right there, the drums stop, the guitars go to a feedback sound. Great feedback there, and then the fade out of that swarm guitar is happening as well, which is a great little crazy psycho delay kind of on it. And so those things together create this moment of kind of unsettled unrest, which is cool, right before a verse kicks in. So lead vocal. Wake up, the world's ignited across the skies with nowhere left to hide. So we got a lot going on here. So it's the dry vocal. Arvox, which I like to use just for some general kind of first stage compression. Wake up, the world's ignited across the skies and then with nowhere left to hide. A lot more compression. And just some kind of brightening and boosting at the low end, and then that console analog plugin as well. Wake up, the world's ignited across the skies with nowhere left. And this really cool plugin that I like a lot from Slate called Fresh Air. Wake up, the world's ignited across the skies. Just some of that extra sheen, and then wake up into the wet bus. So then you got a double, which is the same part, just sung again on a different take. And together they sound like this. Wake up, the world's ignited across the skies with nowhere left to hide. Whoa, the river's running with dread tonight. So how will we survive? So then I usually set up a track for like featured echoes or featured repeats. And so there's some of that here where I just copy down like words that I want to hear repeated as an effect. Wake up, So that was this. So you can hear that. You can hear that just kind of adding some extra kind of effect and bigness. And pretty quiet there, but I got the hide. So this is the pre-chorus, and a lot of stuff starts happening. Stuff's moving, you know. So lead guitar comes in with this sound. And a low harmony comes in. Underneath the scars, our hearts are faded. And there's a nice little echo here. Look up to the stars, the dawn is breaking. Love that. Love those echoes they built to fill in those gaps. Super nice. So yeah, a lot of colors are coming in. It's kind of growing in depth. Look up to the stars, the dawn is breaking. So right there in that gap, we got our old friend reverse cymbal. And then that kicks right into the chorus. So then the chorus has a tambourine. Not super hot in the mix, but it's just adding a little bit of life, a little bit of energy. And really, this song has that snare on every beat, so it doesn't need as much of that tambourine brightness that a lot of choruses benefit from. In a lot of other songs, you'll see me and other guys use that to give the chorus a lift. But yeah, I felt like in this song, because the snare is kind of driving the whole time, there wasn't as much of a need for that to be as prominent in the mix. One thing I did do is supplement some cymbals on. So there's a nice big, bright, verby cymbal. So just on the downbeat of every chorus and other sections throughout, you'll see there's cymbals that are just an additional layer of cymbals that were not part of the original performance, quote unquote. So yeah, chorus 1. What happens here too is a center guitar comes in. So we have left and right, just doing power chords. Then there's a center guitar that comes in going. And it's that deep baritone or 7-string kind of tone. And that's just kind of sitting right in the middle and adding extra percussiveness to the guitars and some extra depth. It's common to like throw like higher guitar parts in a chorus to fill in the space, but that's a cool trick to throw something really deep and guttural right in the middle. That's not super distorted, but it's just adding some life and some extra, again, color. And then the lead guitars do come in, which sound like this. It's octaves. So yeah, great big, rich guitar chorus. And then in vocal land, it's kind of the same setup: lead vocal, double, and harmony. The time will rise when nations fall before our eyes. These kings will crawl, and side by side we will brave the night, and we will rise. And those screams are on a different track. As a nation's fall. And those are a little bit. Yeah, cool kind of treatment. Got some Devil-Lock distortion, harmonic kind of stuff on there. And And then when those drums hit, you got the guitar chop thing. Love that sound. And this is going into verse 2 when the guest vocal comes in, which that's our buddy Josh from the Protest.
Wake up, there's something hidden between the lines. A silver sun will rise.
So that's what Josh sounds like. He's doubled as well.
Wake up, there's something hidden between the lines.
I kind of did some different treatment on his double to kind of set it apart from what the Colton's vocal is doing.
Wake up, there's something hidden between the lines.
So it's got that, kind of chorusy modulation, some different kind of filtering, and then a slappy delay on it, just to kind of, again, give it a kind of its own identity in the mix. I still have those featured echoes happening, sound like this.
Wake up, there's something hidden between will rise. Whoa, love is shadowing every line.
There's a nice little gang vocal here.
Whoa, love is shadowing every line.
Sounds like this.
Whoa,
Love that.
without a compromise, there's a way, but the choice is yours to make.
And that's those screams come back.
There's a way, but the choice is yours.
That's Colton screaming over top of Josh.
There's a way, but the choice is yours to make.
More great guitar sounds happening there. Let's see. Back in the chorus. So the pre-chorus is half length, and it's cool actually because it's like a different pre-chorus musically, but it has that same lead guitar line, which before was. Love that. So great callback with the lead guitar part over a new pre-chorus rhythm guitar part, which, spoiler alert, is foreshadowing the breakdown in the bridge, which is really cool. Chorus 2 comes in, and then we switch vocals to Josh. Back to Colton. Back to Josh. Oh, I guess it's actually stays on Colton as the lead and then goes to Josh as a harmony, which is cool.
So watch the sky.
Love that. And then guitar solo comes in. Nice octave guitar solo. This little setup section, we call it, has this kind of crash out effect here. Industrial, and then swells back up. Along with an 808 swell, sounds like this. And then the 808 hits right there, which sounds like this. So yeah, in that setup section we got super affected Josh vocal. Got a lot of stuff happening there. And then there's a little echo of him too. Yeah, that little like dropped vocal sounds like that. And then really video game sounding Josh Bramlett there, and then Colton screaming as well. Really cool kind of blend. The other thing that happens here is a new layer of guitars comes in playing the heavy part. Just a really like kind of fuzzy single note supplemental part. So that's along with that center part from before, which is that really throaty percussive part, and then the main guitars. A little more traditional, just metal tone, you know. So all together, it sounds like this. So yeah, great blend, great, again, kind of set of colors to work with. It's creating all that hugeness. So it's 5 total guitar tracks there in that breakdown. And that pre-chorus lead comes back, which is really cool. Yeah, love all that. And then we have a kind of filtered drum kit. That's the decapitator plug-in. Without it, and then with it. And then this loop from the beginning of the song comes back, which is cool. And then this synth comes in. And I really messed with that a lot. Originally it just sounded like this. Which I shouldn't say just sounded. It's a good sound. Just a great, like, kind of, 80s kind of synth. But I kind of wanted to, like, dirty it up a lot to, like, match with what the drum sound was doing. That's this sketch cassette plug-in. Super cool. Cut the lows out. Added some space. Yeah. So then, what else we have? So we got a lot of different whispers happening here. We got a left, right of the main part, I believe, and then a middle one that's got some more depth on it. And then so yeah, really cool set of performances there that all contribute to sound greater than the sum of their parts. So then the bass and drums and guitars come in and start to build. More talky kind of part there. And side by side, we will brave the night, and we will rise. Love those vocals right there, man. And we will rise. With the harmony. And we will rise. So sick. And then I made a big old delay tail on there. So then you got different vocals happening here for the first time again. Like every chorus is different, which is cool. So the Josh guest vocals are now taking the first line of the chorus. A time will rise when nations fall before our eyes. These kings will grow, and side by side we will brave the night, and we will rise. Love those screams. So yeah, that chorus ends. Great little choppy guitar thing. Big old scream. And that same swarm guitar from the beginning comes back. Yeah, so cool ending there where it swells up, kind of swells to a cut. And then that single guitar with a whammy on it, whammies down. Love it. Super tight. Great ending. Yeah, I mean, it's all pretty much there. It's a really well-produced track where there's not a ton of parts competing at any given point. It's like the guitars are kind of, the star of the show as far as the music goes. And then there's like a lead part here, a lead part here, a lead part here, a supportive layer here, that kind of thing. But it never gets super competitive with all these parts that are doing different things, which is great because it allows the song to be the song, and especially with all the things happening vocally, there's a lot more things happening vocally that require attention, and so kind of keeping the track just focused is really cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It has those great gang moments. I forgot about these moments. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, that's right. That final line has it has a single Josh screaming, and then it has this guy, and it has these gangs, which I think that's the whole band, The Protest, if I remember correctly. I wasn't there, but I think the whole band stopped in uninvited and forced their gang vocals onto this track, much to all of our delight. So altogether, yeah, super huge. That's it. That is Nations Fall by Buried Above. Hope you enjoyed this. You got any questions, comment on them, I guess, and me or Colton or Andrew will answer. And thanks for watching.